In this video I'm going to be showing you everything you need to know about the Pedaltrain space-saving tuner. Hey guys, I'm Tyler and you're watching the TJS Bass channel. Welcome back if you're one of my regular subscribers. If you're not a regular subscriber, consider hitting that subscribe button for a load of bass reviews, hints, tips and tricks about all things bass. So as I say, in this video I'm going to show you everything you need to know about this, which is the Pedaltrain space-saving tuner. And sadly, if you want a quick review of this product, the answer is don't buy this. There are some positives to it, there are things that I like about it, but for me, it just did not satisfy in the slightest for what I wanted it for. But I'm going to run you through the potential uses of this pedal, do a bit of an unboxing and show you what you're getting with it, and again, yeah, what kind of uses you can get out of it. But yeah, I really wanted this to work for what I was doing, and I'll explain that in a little bit of detail, but for me it just didn't quite manage to achieve that. And it's not like I'm not a fan of Pedaltrain products. I use Pedaltrain for both of my pedal boards that I have. I've recently just built a nano fly rig, which is what I wanted this for. But yeah, I don't think it's quite cut it for me. This video is in collaboration with Guitar Centre Langley, so do go and check out their website for a load of other products. This was from their second-hand stock. Not a fan, but they do they've recently started stocking electro harmonics pedals, so do go and check those out, and they've got everything you can need for your tuning needs, whether it's little clip-on tuners or the full-on plug-in pedal board tuners. They've got products there for you, so I'll leave a link to their website in the description below, and go and check them out because they're really great people. So first of all, I'm just going to run through the unboxing phase of this pedal. Packaging, really like it. I think it looks really cool, and it's not too big, obviously, which is what you want. This is designed to be a really small tuner, and to fit between pedals. They put pictures online of it fitting in between two standard size pedals with jacks running across the top, and this tuner tucking in between the pedals and underneath, which I think is a great idea. I love the idea, I love the concept of this pedal, but it's just not really worked for me. So there's the unboxed top, really nice packaging, very Apple, I felt, modern tech kind of thing, which I always love, being an Apple fan myself. Taking the tuner itself out, and as you can see, you have the indicator here of whether you're in tune, so that sits along that line there, and then we have an out jack, so that's for the signal going in and then back out. We have an in jack, which is another alternative, and then we have the 9-volt adapter. On the rear of the unit, I've attached some Velcro for the pedal board, and then at the bottom of the unit you have a selector switch to change the pitch of the tuning, so change the hertz in increments of 1 hertz, so you can move it away from the A440 tuning if you want to. In the rest of the box, taking that insert out, we have the instruction manual, which is not a big document, one small piece of paper. This is probably, yeah, A5 piece of paper. And the manual itself, Pedaltrain suggests that this pedal should primarily be used as a always-on tuner from the output jack, from the tuner output jack of your volume pedal, but can also be used as a permanently on inline tuner, so that's why it's got that in and out jacks. So I wanted to try this tuner out originally to sit on my flyboard. I've created a pedal board for this year for travelling, so I went to Germany last week. I played a festival in Berlin. I'm going over to Pennsylvania to play a show, play 2 shows, and then into New York as well. And I wanted a pedal board that reflected my big rig here, the Aguilar DB751 and the 2 SL112 cabs. I wanted a rig that would do that, and I'm going to go into a video of that very soon. The board is kind of done, but kind of not. I've put in a little bit of a compromise pedal for a pedal that I already had at the minute. My original intention was to have a clean DI signal at the front of the pedal board, and I'm looking at something like a radial bass bone for that. I then have my Cali 76 compressor, and then the HX Stomp providing my effects and my amp simulations. And the idea was to run a clean DI signal out from the front of the pedal board and then the affected signal out the back on the helix. And with all that going on, I wanted to have a tuner that was always on out of the output of the clean DI, so the bass bone in this instance. But at the minute it's a Dark Glass B7K standing in until I acquire a bass bone. I wanted the clean tuner out to be there to just have the option to tune and just mute that clean DI and all the signal going to the rest of the board, but have a tuner without having to have an extra pedal. So I thought the Pedaltrain space saving tuner would be a great option. I have a tiny bit of space just in front of my helix where it would fit nicely, and so that was the aim. And I popped it on the pedal board, and for me it's just not responsive enough. It's really quite slow. So I've got the Polytune Mini set up on the left hand side to the side of the board, and then I have the Pedaltrain Space Saver at the front where I wanted it, and I'm going to give you a comparison of the two so you can see the tracking speed of the two different tuners head to head, and just kind of get an idea of what I mean. And for me it's just not quick enough, it's just not good enough. So I'm going to set this Pedaltrain onto the board and then give you this direct comparison. So here we go, I'm now setting up the Pedaltrain space saving tuner onto this board. I'm not going to put it underneath because as much as that would look sleek and clean, for this purpose I don't think it needs to be done. So I'm just going to pop this here, which is where I wanted it originally, just to sit in front of the helix. And then what I'm going to do is to take the in jack here and plug this into just this MXR patch cable, and then into the parallel clean output of the Dark Glass B7K. And then I'm going to take this 9V adapter from my Chocs DC7, which currently sits under this board and is an awesome power unit, definitely the best unit I've tried so far, and just plug that into there. So now we have the Chocs running both this Pedaltrain Space Saver here and the Polytune Mini here. So I'm just going to pop the Mini in front of the Pedaltrain there so you can see the difference. So now I'm just going to use my Fender Precision Bass into the Dark Glass. The Polytune signal is going all the way through the helix and into it, and the Pedaltrain is just getting the clean signal straight out of the Dark Glass B7K. So just give it an idea, here's just a C. Not bad. So for me, I find in general that the tracking is pretty good on the D and the G strings, but when you're stood on stage and you just want to quickly tune up between things, the speed it takes for the A and the E strings to react and to pick up those and recognise the tone is variable. As you can see from that little demo there, sometimes it's really good and it's really quick on it, and other times I would just play the note and it would just feel like forever before it actually registered what pitch was playing. I think actually I've been a bit harsh on the pedal based on the speed in comparison to the two there, but when I was just using it on its own in isolation, and using it at rehearsal and waiting for it to pick up the sound, it just really wasn't happening quick enough for me and for my tastes. And having a polytune clip on the top of my headstock has actually proved to be the best option for me, and just using the volume control on my bass to take the volume down, pop the tuner on the headstock and tune that way is just the quickest and feels the most natural and the most unimpeded to me. So perhaps maybe I've been a bit harsh on it overall, but from a bass playing perspective I don't think that this is a good product. I just think it's too slow to track on the bottom. Uses for it are as a really small option for tuner outs on Class D heads, so something like the Aguilar Tonehammer 500, you could use that out of the back of that at the tuner output, and it would be a really compact, almost like a rack tuner. And again, it does work between pedals, but for me it's just not quick enough, and I'm just not happy with it. I think the TC pedals tune a lot quicker, and even the clip-on tuner I think is a better option. I think you're better off just popping that on your headstock and then being able to shift that between instruments than you are having a dedicated power output and space for the space-saving tuner. So that's my review of the Pedaltrain space-saving tuner, and hopefully that's everything you need to know. I think it's an okay product, perhaps better on guitar than it is for bass. I don't think it's quick enough on the bottom registers to track bass. But if you are looking for a space-saving tuner, I'd honestly just go for something like a Polytune clip-on, one of the Korg clip-on tuners. Just a respectable brand with a clip-on tuner I think is the best option and the best use of space. Is just to not put extra weight on your pedal board and just pop it on the top of your guitar. If you've got to have a little baby rack tuner, this might be a good option, and it can be a decent option to slip between pedals. I don't know another product that does that, but I haven't seen a lot of these Pedaltrain space savers around. If you've got to have a pedal tuner and a space saving one, this is kind of the only product on the market. It will do a job, but for me gigging it was just a bit too slow. If you want to check out a range of tuners and pedal products, don't forget to head over to the Guitar Centre Langley. I'll leave a link in the description below. They've got the new Electro Harmonics pedals all in stock now, and a load of other pedal brands, and they've got quality tuners in there. So whether that's clip-on or pedal board, do go and check them out. Link in the description. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know anything you need to know about this product in the comments below. If you've got any questions that haven't been answered, do let me know. And if there's anything else you want to see on this channel, do let me know that as well. Coming up to 1,000 subscribers rapidly, which is really exciting. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, the opportunities open up, and I get a load of options like live streaming and things like that. And monetization happens as well, which is lovely, to get something back out of the channel, so hopefully I can invest even more into my videos and what I'm doing for you guys. So thank you so much for watching, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you around soon.